Today, we have a wonderful guest speaker, Dr. Karan Dinjala. He is a board-certified internal medicine physician, diplomat of the American Board of Integrative and Holistic Medicine, as well as his master's degree in public health. Dr. Dinjala is an author, keynote speaker, and conducts corporate stress reduction programs. His mission is to alleviate human suffering, elevate the emotional well-being of the society, and thus increase global happiness index. With calming techniques and powerful principles to manage stress, Dr. Karan provides one-on-one counseling sessions and private client programs in his private practice. Today, he's going to share with us the many myths and singular truth about meditation. And I will let Dr. Dinjala tell you more about himself. Dr. Dinjala.
Thanks, Sharon. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the presentation, Meditation, the benefits, myths, and truth. There are many myths about meditation, and we are going to bust them today. And I am so thankful to Sharp Memorial Hospital, Cushman Wellness Center, and all the team members welcoming me to do this presentation today. Last time, actually, we did another presentation called Calm in the Midst of Chaos. And as a part of that, you guys all learned, those people who attended at that time, the happiness formula 4-2-1, 3-2-1. I'm going to briefly recap that and then move on to this topic. So, over the past decade, after many experiences in life, research, study, and helping many clients, doing many speeches, what it is, I came up with this formula called happiness formula. Like, how can you put happiness into your formula? That is what I was thinking, because in life, we're always struggling, isn't it? There's always something going on, whether it is COVID, if COVID is over, Ukraine war and inflation, financial problems, health problems, relationship problems. Life is full of challenges. So in the midst of all those challenges, how can we find calmness? How can we find happiness? So when I thought about it, then I came up with this formula: 4, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. 4 means there are 4 forces that will pull you out of despair. If you are in a bad situation in life for whatever reason, you need to come out of it first. Sometimes we are stuck in the pit of misery and we get depressed. We feel hopeless. So during those times, these 4 forces will pull you out of it: hope, faith, patience, endurance. And then once you come out of it, the next step is to build a strong foundation for lasting peace and joy in life. And for that, we discussed the 2 pillars, which are innate health and resiliency. These 2 pillars help you access your inner peace and joy. Briefly, innate health is your natural state of mental well-being, where you are peaceful and joyful when you are born. That is how you are born. That is your default setting. And when you are in that state, when you can access that state again and again, it doesn't matter what situation you face in life. This I have experienced again, time and again in my life and many of my clients' lives. So resiliency is your capacity to bounce back from stressful situation back to peace of mind, back to feeling good. We all have that inner resiliency, the strength to adapt, to be flexible, the strength to endure problems and come back to our normal selves. So these 2 pillars, innate health, inner resiliency, will help you build a lasting foundation of peace and joy. If anyone wants to know more about these, just email me at stressfreerevolution@gmail.com and I'll be happy to share with you the previous presentation. All right. And the third thing we all need to understand so that we can live a happy life, a stress-free life, is understanding what actually stress is. Understanding what actually stress is. Until you understand it, you won't be able to escape stress. And a lot of people do not have a clue. They think stress is the symptoms, anxiety, palpitations, nausea, vomiting, or whatever that is going on in their life. They identify with that, but actually stress at its core is a state of mind. And there are 3 stages of stress. The first is a stress state of mind. The second is release of stress hormones. And the third is the signs and symptoms of stress. So all these 3 things happen whenever you are stressed. So if you understand at its core stress is a state of mind where you feel unhappy and miserable, then you can attack it there, uproot it from roots. If you're just managing your symptoms, you won't actually prevent the problem in the first place. And even if it is there, you're trying to solve it, you won't be able to solve it. So that is the third part of the formula, 4-2-1, where is that one understanding. And then the next part of the formula is 3-2-1. And 3 is the 3 laws of thought mechanics that we discussed. The first law of thought mechanics is, okay, before that, let me explain you. Like our physical world is governed by the Newton's laws, right? The same way our mental world is governed by these laws of thought mechanics, these mental laws. Like you can't hit that wall and not feel the pain, right? Because for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. The same way, when you do certain things mentally, you are going to get stressed. And you understanding that is very important. So these laws will help you understand that and evade stress. So the first law of thought mechanics is when thoughts flow freely in your mind, you feel naturally peaceful and joyful. The second law is stagnated thoughts lead to stress. Let me give you an example. Let's say water is flowing in a river freely, and then that water is fresh, you can drink, it is healthy. But the moment there is a blockage to the flow of water, then stagnation, bacteria, dirt, foul smelling, not healthy anymore. The same way, in your mind, thoughts flow freely, like water flows freely in a river. Your mind is like a river. And as long as thoughts are flowing freely, you're naturally peaceful and joyful. And the moment you start thinking something negative, getting attached to that situation, you build a nest of trouble inside your head. You build a dam that prevents the flow of thoughts, and then you start feeling stressed, miserable. So you need to break down that dam so that you can restore your peace of mind and happiness. Okay? So that is the second law. The third law is whatever thoughts that you focus on, that becomes your reality. And this is very important because when you're feeling bad, when there is something going on in your life, we can't help but keep focusing on that problem, right? And then we get stuck there. But often that leads to either analysis paralysis, you're trying to solve the problem, you're thinking about it all the time, but that gives you anxiety, worry, and you're paralyzed, thinking about the problem. But rather, if you can let it go and change your focus to something else, that will reduce stress, that will help you be calm, relaxed, and in that state of relaxation and calmness, you find solutions. So, and you can change your focus from one thought to another as if you change your TV channels. It is as simple as that. think about you have the remote. You can decide which thoughts you want to focus and which thoughts you don't want to focus. It is as simple as that. So that is what we discussed last time. Now, the second part of the formula, which is the 4 to 1, 3 to 1, the 2, 1, the last 2, 1 components is about relaxation exercises, meditation, having knowledge and understanding about stress. That all helps to some extent. But there are times, even with all the knowledge and understanding, you just can't de-stress yourselves. And during those times, these relaxation exercises, these calming techniques help you. Okay. Now, meditation. So, meditation, a lot of people, I'm sure, heard this term meditation. What is actually meditation? I would like to ask you, think about it for a second. You heard it. Can you tell me what is meditation from your perspective?
I think it's relaxing your mind and putting your mind in a positive place.
Relaxing your mind and putting your mind in a positive place is meditation. Good definition. What do you think?
Yeah, just relaxing and just feeling at peace, kind of like not tuning out everything all around you.
Yeah, tuning out all the negativity around you and then just finding that peace.
Right.
Meditation. What do you think about meditation, Sharon? What is meditation?
Centering, grounding, breathing, allowing the mind to quiet.
Good, good. All are good definitions of meditation. And there are many myths about meditation too. Did you hear anything about meditation that is not like so good? Or any myths?
Well, that it takes something, it takes a special knowledge, it takes, a particular awareness of how to do it the right way.
Yeah, that knowledge is needed. So let's explore. What is meditation? People, especially most of the world, there are some places like India, China, Nepal, and where meditation at one point of time was a part of their routine. Not anymore, okay? I went to India last month on vacation and came back. People don't do meditation regularly in India either, So the entire world right now needs this, what I'm just about to say, the science of meditation. So meditation at its core, there are so many definitions. You sit, close your eyes, try to tune out all the negative thoughts. You sit, breathe, or do this technique or that technique. That's all good. But at its core, meditation is about totally, absolutely stilling your mind, calming your mind to the point where there is not even a flicker of restless thought. That is the real meditative state of mind. When we are doing meditation, a lot of people, they are sitting there 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Some people can't even sit for 2 minutes, I know, okay? But even those people who are sitting for longer periods of time, thoughts are swirling around, like they just can't get hold of it. So all that they are trying to do is getting into a meditative state of mind. Meditation is both a verb and a noun. Meditating, like it's a verb, trying to meditate. And getting into the meditative state of mind is the end result that we are looking for. Most people don't get that end result, at least not right away. It's hard. And it's only hard because either their posture is off, the technique is not necessarily conducive to good meditation. There are many myths about meditation, how to do it, and you go online, Google meditation, you have like 1,000 different things there, and people are confused. And what is it? What should I do? What should I not do? Right? So, but getting to that state of mind where you're absolutely still, calm, totally, not even a single flicker of restless thought, that's it. When you attain it, even for a minute, even for a few seconds, you will feel such deep peace, joy emanating from you. You will feel it. Okay? But do not get discouraged if you don't feel it right away. When you reach that state, that is the most perfect state, right? But even if you reach the penultimate stage, that is ultimate stage, penultimate is the stages before it, you're making progress. You feel some amount of peace and joy, relaxation. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Practice makes man perfect, right? Like anything. I became a doctor because, I went to school for so many years, I can't even remember how many years it is, right? And you became a pro in, technology, let's say. Then you spend so much time on it, right? Every day, morning, you come here, do the work that is needed, and you studied about it. And you became a nurse because of the same reason. And every single person, there is a cameraman here, every person here became a pro in what they do only because of the time that they spend and the effort they have put into it, right? That is what we need to do for meditation also. Okay, now, why should we meditate? Yeah, we are saying these are all the things, what meditation is. It's going to help you calm your mind and all that. Why should we meditate? Why the heck do we even have a class today about meditation? Why is it so important? Because our minds are restless. And when our minds are restless, so many bad things happen. So we need to calm down our thoughts, and there are so many benefits of calming our thoughts. That is a core reason, okay? Many people think meditation is a religious practice, it is a spiritual practice. You are going to feel some, out of world, experiences and all those things. I don't know about any of those things. I'm talking as a physician, as a practical person. What can we do to reduce stress in our lives? Be calm, relaxed, so that we can focus, perform better, have better health. It is as simple as that. So, we talked just about restlessness, right? How many people are restless in this room? Let's say, are you restless? Sometimes. Are you restless? Now or sometimes? Not right now. Oh, thank you. Wow, that's a great. Sometimes. You, Sharon?
Absolutely.
Right now?
Right now I'm focused, so.
You're focused. You're not restless right now.
Right.
Jerry, you're restless right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. He's the only one who is telling the truth. You liars. I'm going to prove you that you are restless right now. You want me to prove it? Okay. So what I did was, more than a decade ago, I figured out, how people can identify if they are restless or calm. So I created this litmus test for restlessness. So we are going to do it now. Okay, everyone in the room, as well as who are watching me from their home online. So let us take a moment to do this, okay? Sit down. And if you can't sit down, it's okay. You can stand and do it, or lie down, whatever position you're in, that's fine with me. Close your eyes. And this is what you're going to do. Start from 100. I'm going to give you 1 minute, maybe 1.5 minutes. Start from 100 and count back to 1. In that process, you should not miss even one number. You should exactly know 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95. And then sometimes our mind wanders somewhere. You start thinking about, oh my God, I'm hungry, I want to eat something, or I have something, errand to run in a couple of hours from now. Whatever it is comes to your mind. So none of those things should come to your mind. Just the numbers. Let's start now. Count down from 100 to 1. Okay. So, yeah? So tell me your experience.
Okay, well, I'm very visual,
Yeah?
so I let the numbers roll for me,
Yeah.
and I stayed with every number as it came up.
Very good. What about you?
I did as well, kind of visualize them so that I could stay focused on them. I got down to 19, but I counted kind of slowly. I was distracted by some voices outside the room
Yeah.
a bit, thinking, ooh, they shouldn't be talking right now.
Hmm.
But other than that, I was pretty focused on the numbers.
Very good.
Yeah, I didn't really visualize it, but I did get down to 0, and I counted down pretty quick, I think. Tried to isolate the noise. There wasn't a lot of background noise, which helped.
Mm-hmm.
A loud place, obviously, probably would have been more difficult for me to focus.
So while you're doing this, you didn't think about anything else? Nothing else?
I won't say enough. I probably had a thought that went somewhere in the back of my mind about what you would say at the end.
Yeah.
How you would process
Hmm.
experience.
Hmm.
Something was back there.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I had a couple of thoughts that popped in, and then I just tried to go right back to counting when I realized, oh, then I better go back to counting down.
Yeah. 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 And you? Anything at all?
I really took it seriously.
Yeah.
I was really trying to focus on staying on my numbers.
Good. Good. So when you do this test for restlessness, you can use it anytime to check within yourself, how am I feeling? Am I able to focus? Or my focus is wandering from one thing to another? Most commonly, people have trouble going all the way from 100 to 1 because their mind goes somewhere else. And then we have to bring it back again. Go somewhere else, bring it back again. And it depends on the state of mind that you are in right now. Okay. So a lot of times when I do this in conferences, the response is mixed. Some people are like, yeah, I'm able to count. Some people are like, I was thinking about what happened yesterday or what should I cook tomorrow. so many other things. But there's a test that you could use anytime, the litmus test for restlessness. Okay. Now, the reason why restlessness, we are talking about it so much is, often restlessness is the stealer of our happiness. It takes our happiness away because when we are restless, we are distracted. And when we are distracted, we make mistakes. Right? Our performance is not good. We are not that efficient when we are distracted. Even little things like, oh my God, I just can't finish it. That is what happens when we are distracted. Now, the other thing is people, when they are distracted, accidents happen. A lot of times when you're driving and those accidents happen, you rear end someone or whatever, you're distracted. Either you're looking at the phone, you're checking a text message, or you're thinking about something that is bothering you, and all of a sudden, either you miss that red light or there is a car right in front of you parked, and something happens. So accidents happen. And then the restlessness and stress also leads to poor sleep patterns because you can't shut down your mind. You can't sleep properly. You also create and attract negative situations when you are stressed and restless. You put obstacles on your own path. Because people who are restless and stressed, their decision making is not clear. Instead of doing this, they do something else. And then that leads to a plethora of problems that shouldn't have happened actually. For example, if I am restless, right? I came in here and then Dan, right?
Yep.
Dan said, we don't have a clicker. And then I could have gotten upset. Come on, what do you mean you don't have a clicker? And we are presenting it today. Some people are like that, thinking at least, even though they don't say it. And then they're in a restless state of mind, and then when they're making a presentation, they're making mistakes, because they're not in the right state of mind. But instead, because you see, when you're restless and stressed, you are going to create problems that were not supposed to happen. When you're calm, say, okay, that's fine. I'm going to use this mouse as my clicker. That's okay. So when you're able to do that, that helps you a lot. It prevents problems in the first place. So that's the reason I say calmness are your healing waters. When you're calm consistently in your life, you can focus on whatever that you want to do, finish the task on time, even multitask. When you're distracted, you can't even do one task properly. When you're calm, I could be talking to you, and then I get a phone call, I take the phone call, and meanwhile, maybe Dan is saying something, and then I had to attend to that. And then I notice some problem with the slide here, and then I tell Jerry, hey, Jerry. So I can notice so many things when I am calm, and that gives me the ability to multitask, take focus on one thing to another, to come back. And that is how we improve our performance. No matter what your job is, we are going to improve our performance. And people who are calm are naturally happy too, isn't it? Do you like to stay people who are restless and stressed around you, or do you want people who are calm and relaxed?
Calm.
Because people, when they're restless and stressed, they're always reactive and they don't listen to you. And you're trying to say something and they don't understand you, and then soon you get upset or they get upset, and then you start fighting. That is how conflicts happen. But when you're in a calm and relaxed mode, you're like, okay, I'm going to listen. Even this other person is blaming you or saying bad things about you, you're like, okay. Non-reactive. You will respond wisely to the situation, right? That is how you prevent problems in the first place. So all the positive things because of calmness. Ultimately, you get good outcomes. Now, coming to meditation itself. Meditation is one of the most powerful ways to calm our mind, to access the deep peace and joy within. There are many other things too. Okay, prayer is one way. Having certain knowledge, what we talked about, the happiness formula before, understanding what stress is, understanding what innate health and resilience is. That is another way. Meditation is another way. And those people who want to meditate, this is going to help them. Those people who do not want to meditate, that is okay. You find a different way to find that calmness in your life. Go for a walk, do yoga, exercise, listen to music. There are many ways to do it. But by far, in my experience, what I have seen, this is the most powerful way if you know what you're doing, if the technique is right, if you're regular in your practice, if you're giving it the time that is needed. The benefits of meditation. Like people often identify meditation with a religious practice or a spiritual practice. Not all people, but many people. And that is not true. That is not true. Absolutely not true. It is really about, meditation is really about calming your mind, feeling relaxed, cutting down your stress and anxiety levels. Right? Anger management, it helps in anger management. Someone was asking, I was doing a seminar a few days ago, like what do we do when you're angry? Meditation can actually help you. And the more you practice meditation, it is going to burn the pathways of anger in your brain. It's just going to neutralize them, the neural pathways. For students especially, improved focus and concentration. If they're taking tests, if they want to ace the exams, then meditation is going to help them. For people who have health problems like high blood pressure, diabetes, I mean, it seems everyone has it these days, right? So I have seen so many times my patients' blood pressure coming down if they can reduce their stress and feel calm. The same way stress can cause your blood sugar to get elevated. Cortisol, there is a stress hormone that makes your blood sugars go up. So by cutting down stress, relaxing, calming your mind, you're helping yourself. And stress is also associated with heart attacks, cancer, strokes, blood clots, migraines, bad immunity, so many other problems, all the health problems. By meditating regularly, you're going to cut down your risk for all those bad health problems. Okay? And ultimately, it is an antidote for insomnia. How many people have trouble sleeping at night? Too many people. I think half the nation doesn't sleep properly, I think. Because by the end of the day, our minds are filled with all the events of the day, right? All the events that happen. And when you're trying to sleep, you just can't shut down your mind. It's like constantly, you're thinking about something. You want to shut it down, but the thoughts won't leave you. If you can actually practice meditation maybe 15 to 20 minutes before you go to sleep, you're cutting down all that sympathetic drive that you have accumulated, the adrenergic drive all day, running around, thinking about things. Now, you're cutting it down. You sleep better. Poor sleep is associated with so many health problems, as we all know. And then we feel tired when we wake up. All that can be cut down, and meditation helps with that. There are many other benefits. So, those people who have any stigma about meditation, it is a religious practice, it's a spiritual practice, something. Cut it down. No, that is not true. It is about calming your mind and improving your health, improving your performance, sleeping better. Remember that. And I'm not asking you to do it for an hour or two every day. No, 15 to 20 minutes. That is what all is needed to begin with. And of course, the more you do, the better the benefits are. But you could do as little as that and have the benefits. I'll tell you, before I go to the